Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we're gonna dive together into Great League of Hallowen Cup, and we're gonna check a very nice team once again with Azumarill up on the lead, being the bulky option that you might want to have on your team in order to succeed in Hallowen Cup. At the back we have two Pokemon that can protect Azumarill from those poison types, and one that can do the work pretty nicely is gonna be Runerigus, and pretty much the closer of the team. I really like this Pokemon. I truly believe that this is gonna be the better ghost that you can use, because Frostlass and the regular Cofagrigus and stuff like that might be on the meta, or even Sableye, but Runerigus has the upper hand against the poison types because it resists those poison moves by a lot more than Frostlass does, for example, or Sableye. And of course you have Sandtomb, which can debuff the opponent and grant for you a very nice and easy victory where you could lose otherwise. At the back we also have Hisuian Qwilfish, which is gonna work as the safe switch of the team, with Poison Sting and the Aqua Tail being your main moves, and Dark Pulse for dealing some heavy damage to the opponent stab as well. And Dark Pulse is the move that I prefer over everything else than something like a Nice Beam or a Shadow Ball, because of the stab damage and because you can get there pretty fast, much like the Aqua Tail, just a little bit more of energy and you are already there. So with that in mind, we're looking at a pretty strong team, and now let's dive without any further ado into the first battle. We are starting off the battles and we're having the most horrible lead out there, the Beedrill. This is a very bad lead because, as you're seeing, we have nothing to throw at it to threat it down, since Ice Beam can be super effective against Nidoqueen, but against a Pokemon like Beedrill, well, we do not have a clear answer against this, so we have to get to the safe switch of Qwilfish, gonna land them big move the Dark Pulse, and right after that gonna take the shield out of them with the Aqua Tail. I know they have for sure a double drill run, and with Beedrill out of the way, I know that Azumarill will be the key Pokemon that I need to finish them off. Runerigus coming in, able to absorb the damage. They have the Sableye. I will try to snipe them down with Shadow Ball, but instead I go for the switch, trying to catch a foul play on my Azumarill, and they do the same to catch a Shadow Ball. That's pretty ironic, I believe. So we're gonna see now that Mandibuzz on our Azumarill, and we're gonna win this match because they have a double dark, and they made a mistake by not protecting their Beedrill and also not switching out when they had to. From my point of view, I think that using their Mandibuzz into my Qwilfish could have been the better play there, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna go now with that play rough and we're gonna take those wins for sure. They're gonna block my move. We are already there with the Shadow Ball with our Runerigus, and gonna grab this really nice victory for our Ghost type Pokemon. Into the next one now, and let's see what they have for us. They are gonna have a Wormadam. Okay, this is pretty interesting. We can win on the long term of the battle, so we're gonna see now the switch out to that Drapion, and we're gonna see now that our Qwilfish is gonna be kind of the same Pokemon like Drapion, but instead of having that crunch, we're gonna have the Dark Pulse. So perhaps you want to have something like a Drapion instead of Qwilfish if you're trying to run this team and you do not have a Hisuian Qwilfish on your roster. So using a Drapion with Aqua Tail and Crunch is gonna be pretty much the same Pokemon, perhaps even better, because Crunch can debuff the enemies sometimes. We're gonna be able to take out their shield, which is gonna be pretty crucial right now. Aqua Tail will land on my Qwilfish to finish us off, but we have both one shield remaining, both trainers of us, and we're gonna be able to destroy them down with Ice Beam. I know what you're thinking, Ganeto, they have Aqua Tail and Crunch, why not farm them down? I don't know, okay, at the moment I was kinda frustrated. So we're gonna be able to go with the Ice Beam on their shield. Runerigus coming in, they have the Wormadam and the Nidoqueen. Can Runerigus sweep the team here? We are gonna go for the Sandtomb because from the previous video we learned our lesson. One pure Shadow Ball will never be enough for the Wormadam. They can still reach to a double Iron Head, so by debuffing them so early we can go ahead, deal so much damage with the Shadow Claws and be able to finish them off with the Shadow Ball. Here comes now the Nidoqueen. We just have to use the Shadow Ball, finish them off with style, and they're gonna survive with 1 whole HP, and at this point they're gonna reach, I believe, the Earth Power if I remember correctly. Yes, here it is, but Azumarill has some HP and 1 bubble will do the remaining work. Into the next one now with the Azumarill mirror. Okay, battlers, this is getting kinda tricky. So we're gonna have the exchange of the player ups. Both of us are trying to go ahead and use the player up right on time. As you can see here with a little bit of overfarm, it seems like they have a rank 1 Azumarill or something like this, because I'm having such a low attack stat but not 0, and I'm gonna be able to take that CMP. Perhaps I'm lucky with the mirror attack stat on the IVs, but doesn't matter. We're gonna be able to get to the player up here, able to deal so much damage, and this is gonna be the tricky scenario. I'm gonna go for another player up, but they will try to catch because they knew I was gonna throw the player up. The next time we're gonna see the Azumarill mirror, we're gonna play it a little bit differently, and you're gonna see how you can avoid that mistake. So we're gonna have now the Shadow Ball on the shield of the Wormadam. So what I want to do here is to get along with their shields. If the shield just gonna be able to keep in track with my shields. Shadow Ball here is gonna connect those, so no reason at all to panic. Runerigus has one shield, they have one shield, and the Dragalge not gonna return with that Azumarill, which was kinda weird to observe. We have the Sun Tomb, they're gonna switch out. I'm gonna immediately switch out to my Azumarill. They were waiting a little bit, now they're gonna throw the player up, which is gonna deal lethal damage to my Azumarill, but at this point I'm pretty sure I can survive one move, especially that player up, and I can farm down right after, getting out of here with a lot of energy to spare against Dragalge. Dragalge is gonna be a Pokemon that it is not gonna apply so much pressure with its charge attacks, but instead with Dragon Tail, as you're seeing over here. We can land the second Dark Pulse after we take the shield as well. We have the time to go for the Sun Tomb, and this is gonna be the end of the Dragalge. A pretty nice Pokemon to use, but overall not the best against my team. Into the next one now with a Golurk up on the lead. Those Mud Swords are doing nothing to our Pokemon. We are part Excel, so you're gonna see that we can survive those moves with ease. Ice Beam is gonna connect for big damage, and because they took the move into their faces and not switching out at all, I was like, at the back there has to be something that is gonna be weak to my bubbles for sure, and it is gonna be that Tyranitar. So that's why they did not go ahead and seal their Pokemon. They wanted to have the Grimer over that Azumarill and then sweep with Tyranitar, I believe. At least that was the plan, but right now we're gonna be able to take both of them shields out of the way with Qwilfish, farm down with Bubbles. They have the Grimer which comes in. I'm gonna block just in case something horrible is happening here, and we're gonna be able to go to town with this player off, dealing so much damage that the pure Shadow Ball, even resisted, can do the work against Grimer. I still have the shield, I decided to keep it just for flex points, and at this point we're gonna get there to the Shadow Ball, able to destroy down the Grimer, especially with the poison jab being resisting both by my Ghost typing and the Ground typing. We have now the next match with the Azumarill mirror once again, and let's see how this time we are gonna adapt into the battle, because player off is gonna do so much damage to both ends, and we're gonna be able to reach to the third one, but not quite yet. You're gonna see in a while what I mean, because player off here, as you're seeing, is still gonna be exchanged. We're not gonna go at the same time, no CMPs at all. We are both going for that extra farm, but we are not keeping on track with the CMP. So here comes out the player off, and I'm expecting them to switch, much like the other trainer did before. So here comes out the Wormadam, and I'm gonna expect that, gonna stay a little bit in. Wormadam comes in, gonna throw in my Dark type, and this is gonna be a very good matchup for my Qwilfish. We're gonna land the Dark Pulse, which gives them a message that my next move might also be a Dark Pulse, and it is gonna deal lethal damage at this point, dealing about 50%, and they're gonna block it, which is really cool. I can survive one more move for sure. Iron Head, and the confusion damage is resisted, so we can take it. Another Dark Pulse is coming from my Qwilfish to their Wormadam, and we can go in now with the Runerigus. I will try to catch one whole Iron Head on my Azumarill. This is not gonna happen though. Player off is gonna do a nice chunk to the Wormadam. They're gonna fire off right after, which was kinda weird to be honest, and we're gonna go in now with my Runerigus. Before they even get to the move, I will throw my Shadow Ball on the Azumarill. This is really huge right now. They definitely threw away this match, and we have now the Shadow Ball able to destroy down the Sableye, and gonna grab for us a very nice victory and a pretty clutch one. Into the next one now now with the Azumarill facing the Beedrill once again. Pretty horrible lead out of there to the Qwilfish, and they are staying in. What I have seen when I'm using a Qwilfish as a safe switch is that most people do not have a clear answer to my Pokemon. They decide to stay in with their elite Pokemon, or they go for the late switch like they do here with the Mandipass. So Qwilfish is really a Pokemon that is gonna throw the opponent out of track, and especially with its surprising moveset, because it can run Ice Beam, Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse, or even Sludge Wave, Aqua Tail for sure. So the nuke move can be whatever, and your opponent has to think a little bit what they might have. So after they see my Dark Pulse, I believe they're gonna go ahead and bring Mandipass into play. But at this point I don't care at all. I have put Mandipass at a point that I can completely farm down with my Azumarill. So I'm just gonna be able to go ahead and do exactly that by taking 3 of those RLAs, I believe. This was the second and one more. Yeah, here it is. So one more RLAs and we're gonna be able to get out of here with 100 energy remaining. We have the time to go now for the Ice Beam. This can take a shield for sure. So after I see the shield, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna bring Runerigus, and they have a Sableye going straight for the Shadow Ball. Sometimes they never block at all. So here it is, the big boom on the Sableye, and we're gonna take it out in the process after we shield, of course, this foul play. This means now that we are shieldless, gonna go straight for that Santum, trying to get that shield out of the way, and at this point I'm pretty sure we are gonna feint to the Drill Run, but they go with the X-Scissors instead. They are getting a little bit greedy, and we have the time to go for the final Santum. Runerigus able to survive and finish off the match in style. Hopping into the next one, and we're having the Dean up in front. Horrible lead, obviously, a water type against an electric. We do not want to see that, and we're gonna be able to switch out to our Qwilfish, absorb the move, and still survive with a decent amount of HP, able to get to a triple Aqua Tail against the Mawile. Can this be enough to finish them off and flip around that lead scenario, trainers? And boom! Of course it is! Down goes Mo, and let's see how they respond to that, because the Dean is coming back, and now Runerigus is having the upper hand over the electric type Pokemon. This makes a lot of sense because we are part ground, they are electric, so yeah, you get the memo here. Gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball on the next Pokemon that comes in, which is gonna be the Frostlass, and right now we'll try to catch an Avalanche on my Azumarill. However, we are Excels, so we can take those Shadow Balls with ease. Look at how little damage they do, and we have to go for a Play Rough to finish off this Pokemon, or just the shield and take them out of the way. If they shield, I shield as well and get to another one, so let's see how they respond to that. A Play Rough is gonna connect, down goes Frostlass, and they're gonna keep their shield up in an attempt to completely farm it down with their Dean. This is gonna happen, but still we can survive the next move, whatever that might be. I'm not gonna block at all, just discharge, and we are gonna be able to reach to the Shadow Ball, destroy down the Dean, and grab for us a very nice victory. Into the next one now with a Buzzle up on the lead. You'll love to see it, and we're gonna see now the switch to that Sableye. It took me a while to notice, to be honest, but this Sableye is part Shadow, and this means that it deals so much damage with the Shadow Claws. Definitely a threat to my Azumarill if they block correctly here. So I will try to go for the Ice Beam, but this is not gonna happen since they can still reach the move. I was pretty sure this was not a power gem, to be honest, so I did not block at all, but I'm getting a little bit greedy here with my Azumarill. I'm gonna go now with that shield, and Play Rough is gonna connect for big and lethal damage to the Sableye. Buzzle returns to farm it down. Runerigus is gonna be on a very good spot though against Buzzle once again. This mosquito buffed up Pokemon cannot catch a break with my team, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my Shadow Ball right straight ahead to their shield, of course, but still this was pretty clutch. I'm gonna expect the switch, to be honest, after this move. I'm not gonna block yet, and they have now that Tyranitar, which is also gonna struggle a lot against my Runerigus, but still we have a better Pokemon to encounter this Pokemon with my Qwilfish. This Aqua Tail is gonna do so much damage, but the Poison Stings are not gonna be enough to finish it off right after, since they are resisted. Another Aqua Tail though will do the job. Down we go to the counters. We have the Shadow Ball able to finish off the match, and and sweep the rest of the team. Into the next one now with the Scissor up in front. Okay, Scissor is a Pokemon that will apply a lot of pressure with its fast attack, obviously. It can take the Play Rough or the Ice Beam at least once, but still it is gonna get severely hurt. You can see that they go for the Night Slash, and that's because a lot of Scissors do not even run the move Iron Head. They go in with X Scissor and Night Slash for more coverage, but against Azumarill you definitely need Iron Head. They managed to catch a big move, the Ice Beam, on the Umbreon, which is really huge for them, and right now I just have to go for the Play Rough and one more. I definitely spent energy that I shouldn't have had to, and right now I'm pretty sure I can reach to that Play Rough, but instead I go for the Ice Beam. That was a mistake, and at this point they are also not gonna shield and they are gonna farm me down with the Umbreon. I lost that Umbreon matchup because I was not that careful, and last resort is gonna connect for big damage to my Qwilfish. At this point I'm pretty sure I can go ahead and farm down though, have a lot of energy to spare for the next Pokemon. They come back with the Toxapex, they also have the Scissor. I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse to the Toxapex, the Aqua Tail to the Scissor, which is gonna be extremely good right now, and I have to take now this Night Slash. They are also gonna get the boost here, which is kinda crucial for the end game, since now those Bullet Punches deal so much damage to my Ghost typing Pokemon. Look at how easily it is for them to shred me apart. Toxapex coming back for the final time. We have the Shadow Ball ready to go, and this is gonna be a race to a double Brine or to a double Sun Tomb. We're gonna get there first, which means that we're gonna get the victory and lock this Pokemon down to a second Sun Tomb, destroying the Toxapex so easily that they cannot handle it. Into the next one now, the final one, trainers, against a very good lead with Obstagoon. You're seeing also that Drapion is coming in, and I make a crucial mistake here. I stay in. I should have gone immediately out to my Qwilfish. I guess I was trying to go with a move or trying to catch a move. I don't know. That was definitely a mistake. I should have gone straight to my Qwilfish because I knew I had a very good matchup against Obstagoon up on the lead. Why not preserve it? Anyways, down goes that Drapion, and I'm gonna go in now with more Aqua Tails from my Qwilfish. And if they get cocky here and don't go for a cross-up but instead an Obstruct or a Night Slash, I'm just gonna be able to take a shield out of them. So let's see how they respond to that. Here comes the Night Slash. Oh my freaking goodness, we can reach to another Aqua Tail for sure. They are making some mistakes and we have to take advantage of those mistakes in order to win against them, because the match is not over yet. They have a Toxapex though at the back. Things are looking pretty well for us, but as I have already said, the match is not over yet. Let's see how this will unravel the things out, because we have a Shadow Ball ready to go for big damage connecting to the Toxapex. We have to block, we have to start blocking at least, because both of our Pokemon are pretty low. However, we can resist the fast attacks that they have to throw. We're gonna go for the Sun Tomb. They will try to catch here a move, I believe. We are gonna go for it for the Sun Tomb. It is not gonna happen. Weak connection is popping up. Now I'm gonna go for the switch, trying to catch a move on my Azumarill. I knew they had a lot of energy, so here comes now my Ice Beam, but this is gonna be blocked, and at this point we're gonna get farmed down with those counters. Things are not looking that well. We can win the CMP with the Sun Tomb. Out of the way goes the Obstagoon. This is gonna be a race to the farm down. They can reach the Brine first, and we're gonna get this loss as the final match of this video. Sorry for losing this one, but my opponent definitely went pretty clutch there and finished off my streak with a very nice win. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.